Okay, so I've been practicing my positioning. I understand from last time speaking with you when I am doing quad one, it's my position and also the patient's positioning. So to have them turn their head and back a little bit more. And you did tell me also to use the extra oral fulcrum, which I was practicing. It's just hard to show you now without having an actual cheek, but I am more comfortable now with holding um, my instrument and fulcruming with using the extra oral fulcrum. Also, the other thing we talked about was me being able to choke up on my instrument a little bit more, so that I can better reach harder areas that may be harder to get to, more towards the back, so that my hand doesn't just get in the way all the time. Um, this is the wrong working end for here. So just for example, to get towards the back there more, it is easier to literally reach back there, being able to choke up on my instrument more. Um, the other thing was because I was talking too much, I was unable to sort of show you um, that I do know how to just go consistently from one tooth to another. So I am going to be using my universal sickle and also universal curette, because my child, I would just be using all sickles because there was just supracalculus. My adolescent, though, had, I might have this backwards. My child, yes, my child had braces. Sorry. So, I'm going to be using a curette, the universal curette as well. And since I did well on the anterior curette last time, I'm not going to do that. And but then I'm going to use the anterior sickle, the double-ended. Um, so to do the universal sickle and just show you that and the consistencies with that, just get it adapted mesially. Do quarter turn so that I first go um, to the distal, sorry, there, and all the way up and pivot out from the contact. Um, and I am going to do these separately here really quick just to show you how I would actually be following through and pivoting out. And then to do the actual like movement then. And then being able to insert right away here. Only going about 1 millimeter under, because it isn't a curette, it is just a sickle. And then also the universal curette, again, making sure I'm adapted. Um, so same thing would be going in and really getting under there, and then insertion this way. Sorry, I keep getting stuck with my patient's gingiva here, and rolling out and coming back up. So I've gotten used to when I get into the contacts, like you said, angling out and up more, so I could really get underneath there. Um, Sorry, I'm being more dramatic with this right now. It's coming out. But then instead of getting stuck or it pulling at all, if I need to just adjust a little bit more to come out, I'm making sure that I'm using the toe of the instrument versus the face. And then I had somebody with a lingual bar before, so I know with braces, it's probably going to be more difficult. You sort of have to work down and around them. So the anterior curette would be good for that, but I wanted to use this anterior sickle. It's the S204 SD7, because there is more of um, I am using the wrong one. Sorry. Is the SHG677, because there is that little bit of a bend and it is longer, which would allow to kind of get in underneath the brackets of the braces, and just being really careful not to pull on the wire so that nothing comes apart. But this is a better instrument for that because, like I said, there's the curvature when utilizing it. And I'm in the wrong direction here. So I would just start the mesial with the toe again, even though this is a longer instrument, and rolling into the contact, and then really getting up and under and coming up. And then you would have to go up and over and then sort of adjust and make sure to pull up if there's any calculus in the interproximal area. Same thing with linguals, because I had told you before that I had some issue with that and we went over it. So more using the toe mesially and then coming up, and I can round that almost instantly and come back this way and up. Okay. Like I said, just being mindful of the brackets and everything, and then with the sub calculus, just utilizing the curette in the same way. If she has facial sub with having the braces, honestly, to get around the brackets, I would use one of the curettes that has more of a bend in it, and just being very careful and like unconventionally using it, just to make sure that you have the right end in the direction that you're going, so that you don't do damage to the gums but still be able to get underneath that bracket. The actual anterior curette is a little bit too straight to be able to just get in that angle underneath the brackets. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else you told me that I needed to work on, but I have been practicing everything that you told me. And that is it for this video.